Hi, welcome to Apnao Conversations, a special series on girl child. And I am Ganta, and we're talking to Nighat Fathima today, who is the founder and president of Hausla. She is a counselor and art therapist, trainer, and organizational coach. She helps children and women develop self-esteem and self-worth and become independent and successful. Ms. Nighat, thank you so much for joining us on Apnao Conversations. It is great to be conversing with you today.
Thank you so much for having me, Miss Pearl. It's my pleasure to be here.
One of the things that I've heard you say most often is about self-esteem and self-worth. Most girls, they're always compared with others, and there's a lot of bullying that happens. So what message do you have for the girls today, and why is this topic so important for you?
See, self esteem and self worth has always been an agenda on my list, and based on which now today I run my own social change initiative. So, the name of a social initiative is Hausla Hak Bayanee Ka. Hausla stands for courage, and Hak Bayanee Ka is to speak for the truth or that something or things that's right. So, women needs to look a certain way, right? We need to be curvy, we need to be slim, we need to be fair. Oh, fair and lovely, now becoming glow and lovely, whatsoever it is. We've been in this pit since really, really, really long. So what I feel is that Pearl K, even I was bullied because of this. I was bullied because I was fat. I was bullied because I wasn't looking certain way. I was bullied because I wasn't smart. I I'm not a person who invests a lot in makeup. I don't like it. It's like, okay, a lipstick on my face, I'm done with my makeup sometimes. Okay. So everybody has a style. Why can't women not have makeup and be okay? Right? Why can't I wear my scarf and be modern? Why can't I be fat and be beautiful? Why can't we be accepted the way we are? And these bullying, and then the society applauding for the bullying, saying, see, it's because of how you are, everybody is doing this thing to you. So we need support, we need help, we need people who stand, who back us up and tell, okay, whatever, however way you look, you're good. If there's nobody around you to talk to you like about it, to support you with it and pat your shoulder, then you are enough for yourself.
Okay, two things I want to ask you about this. What is influencing them to feel bad about themselves, and what could influence them to feel good about themselves?
Growing self-esteem and self-worth is the basic thing. Helping them to understand their worth, no matter if they are like, if they have restrictions in their home, they are poor, they are rich, they are, their culture doesn't allow them to do something, but then feeling good about yourself is something really important and basic, and that's going to help you grow. Our dressing sense, our way of talk, our way of, trying to stand for ourselves is also a taboo these days. There is still violence and abuse against women that's happening, inside the four walls. There's so much happening, and outside as well. It's still a taboo to talk about a lot of things related to women. Tell me how many women who face domestic violence are coming and talking about themselves. And what is lacking? Confidence, trust on themselves. Their self esteem is just not there. We are like dependent on people. We are dependent on people no matter what. We are dependent for support. We are always dependent on some male personality in our lives. And we are always treated like she is somebody's this daughter, wife, sister, friend, girlfriend, or whatever it is. And then we have stress, we have depression, we have these are so normal. It's not about you not able to do anything. It's about how you feel about yourself. What have you been through that has landed you up in the situation that you are in? Women who have done double masters in their life and have been in an abusive marriage since years. This is what a society teaches us. Okay, we have to live our life in certain way, no matter what, how much you suffer, how much you go through things. We've got cases of marital rape, we've got cases of domestic violence, we've got cases of suicides. We have almost tried to, pull back 9 people from attempting suicide this COVID-19. And the issue was basically about self-esteem and self-worth. And more than half of them were girls. There are a lot of girls who have affairs at the age of 16, 17, yes or no, boys and girls together. But what is that? That girls slip so easily when a guy comes and says, "Okay, look, your eyes are so mesmerizing. You look so respectable. Yeah, you are like my mom to me." Why is any girl a mom to you, man? Why? Okay. And these girls really try to believe them. They believe them, man. They believe them. Just 2 minutes of conversation and then eye contact, and they believe them. So what's this? Why are you believing a stranger just because he's just praising you? So this is the family support they lack. Girls who doesn't have open mindedness, the families who doesn't talk to them about things, who, when they are not free to express things and discuss these issues with the parents and the family, so it's when they slip in terms of getting in support from somebody else, a stranger, and then the whole drama and the circus start, right? So it's you have to be there, back your children, back your girls, and say, okay, no matter what, we are there. You can discuss anything and everything under the sun, and we're there for you.
I totally agree that communication is key in helping a child understand who they are or even express the kind of problems that they're going through. Now, some families are open, they talk, some families don't. So, for children living in families where they can't really openly share this, what are the options? What are the alternates for them?
They have us, they have NGOs, they have friends. They can come out and reach for help. And trust yourself. First of all, to reach anybody else, you should trust yourself. Then you will be able to take that step up forward. You have to speak about it. And the way, the courage that you show to come out and talk about it, the vulnerability you show up, is like the 70% work already done. We do the 30% leftover job.
How do we teach boys and the men in our family and the women in our family to really help build
Right.
the personality of a child, of a girl child?
Pearl, I extremely thank you for this question. We've always been raised with this ideology that we have to become rehabilitation centers for men. I know it would be a really blunt statement for a lot of people. They would get hurt by this, but yes, we are. Agar, for example, if the man is having extramarital affair, then you're like, you weren't good enough with him. What will he do, bichara? Okay, if he is not successful in his life, you're like, you didn't support him. You were torturing him at home. That's the reason he didn't do well in his work. And then if anything, take up anything. If his mood is not good, it's your thing. If his health is not doing well, you didn't take care of him. Like, what? Are you 2 year old or something? So why is it okay? When mothers do that, we watch them do that. When we grow up, we've been told that we always need to take care. Man, marriage is a partnership. You take care of each other equally. You fall ill, the other takes care. Then the other falls ill, you have to take care of that person. And this is how this equation runs. And every successful marriage, you take up purane zamane se leke abhi tak, from 60s. Okay. Successful and happy marriages are the one when the man and women respect each other and value each other. You're not meant to be a slave or a servant or somebody who is, or specifically that person's mother. You are not here to do his mother's job. You're his wife. Be his wife.
I don't know how many of the men listening today will be like, ah. But good thing is I noticed that this generation, I think because of co-education and they're interacting a lot with the girls, a lot of men are kind of, and boys are able to understand girls in a different light. Would you share some steps or some ways where a girl can build herself?
Right. So I feel, say you have to make a checklist first. Checklist of what you need to do and what kind of things are okay to do. Your health is really, really important. The food you consume is really important. The timings are important. How many hours you sleep is really important. Gain your family confidence. For example, if your parents or your family members aren't really understanding what you're going through or what you're being, or really not paying attention, talk to them. shouting, yelling, debates, they never land you up to a solution. Even if it takes a lot, talk to them. The more you talk, I don't know if that puts a change in your family or people around you, but then you telling about that multiple times gets you into it, and strengthens your belief in terms that yes, you are right. Reaching out, psychologists, counselors, or social workers at least, who are trustworthy, they can reach out, they can talk to. And being vulnerable is the most beautiful thing. Crying is the most powerful thing. And blame game should be stopped. Like, why did I do this when I was in 10th? Dude, you have done this in your 10th based on how you were thinking, how what your capacity was, what your experiences were. Definitely, you've done your best at that time. Move on. Learn from it and move on. That's how everybody grows. And never forget the fact of, having fun. Having fun is really important, no matter what. Party karo, pamper yourself. If you like ice cream, please have it. If you want to go out, like if you're on diet and you want to do that cheat day, cheat week, just do it. Do things that make you happy. Do things, dress up, no, for no reason. Dress up, okay? Just go out, hang around, call your friends, do everything that's make you happy. Attention that we give, we seek from others, respect and love that we seek from others, we need to start giving it first to ourselves. And the world, without verbally telling them, would eventually know, okay, this is how they need to behave with us.
You don't have to dress up in expensive clothes or anything, but just dressing up neatly and dressing up, you know, in a way that is, you feel good and
That
acceptable.
comforts you.
Yeah, it
Yes.
speaks a lot. It just creates that extra confidence, and you're able to just walk with your head held high.
Right.
And
I know.
I know. I'm so glad that we are having this kind of conversations, and just to encourage one another. I know I've gone through my share of, especially in media. It is not easy as a woman. I've had people who were constantly with me and encouraging me, and yes,
Right.
I don't shy to going for counseling if I need to. But there is this taboo that, I should
Yeah.
not go counseling, or, मैंने इतना achieve कर दिया, I've achieved so much, and I cannot go in for counseling now.
Because आप पागल माने जाओगे ना. Going for counseling is like, तुम पागल हो, you're mad, you're like not stable, that's why you're going to counseling. And it's also like, we have like this Hausla.hbk is our page, okay, on Instagram and Facebook. So we find people send requests, they come, they like, they share, they follow us for about three months straight. They see all our posts, and then there's this message named hi. And then we are like, okay, how are you, how was your day, how may we help you? It takes weeks for them to come out. Even after they've reached out saying hi, it takes weeks for them to break that and come out and speak.
I also know that there's some people who say, I'm asking for a friend. My friend is going through this.
Oh yes, it's not for me, but and this happens mostly with the people I know. Like, they are like, she already knows me, so how can it be my story? So it's always somebody else's story. There are a lot of kids from graduation, from intermediate, who doesn't really have any support, financial support. There are women who are domestic violence ke problems ke saath, and they are financially disabled, so they don't know how to approach, and it's expensive, right? Counseling, therapies are expensive. So we try to make sure that we do it for free for the ones who doesn't. And you know what, the brilliant thing is that, Pearl, these people, after they get over things and become independent, they come back and they donate us. I'm like, man, this is so empowering. These are the victory stories we have. Because when you आपके life में change आया है, तो you'll always be honest to the person who have helped you. And it's the trust thing. So we start believing in you, and then you automatically believe in us. So yeah, it's a exchange that happens.
That's excellent, and that is something what we would call like a pay forward thing also. once you
Yeah.
experience that benefit, you always want to share and give it to others. Thank you so much, Nighat, for your time and for sharing such valuable information the youngsters need to hear. Not only youngsters, I think everybody needs to see and hear and know that they can confide in you, they can confide in other institutes that offer counseling. Well, let's end today's conversation with this wonderful thought. You need to be courageous, you need to be bold to speak out. Because when you speak out, you strengthen yourself, you receive healing, and you also encourage and inspire others. So, Ms. Nighat, all the best for what you do. Keep doing it. And
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
now, one of Apnao's area of emphasis is to help a child enjoy their childhood. Now, Pam Leo, one of her quotes, she says, "Let's raise kids who won't have to recover from their childhood." How important is this? We need to create an environment where a child can flourish, have good memories. What they see and how they live and who influences them is very important, because what they learn as a child is what and who they will become when they grow up or even while they're growing up. So, my encouragement to you is check the media, check what is influencing them, know their friends, know their peers, know your community where you are, and who's influencing your child, who's speaking to them. Create an environment where they will be able to relate to you, speak to you, especially a girl. Let her know that she has a voice and that she can share her feelings and that she is important. You need to build her up. Only when she is strong will she become a strong, independent person and be able to achieve and become successful. So, yes, counseling is not a taboo. If your child needs it or if you need it, there is help available. Don't shy from taking help or from receiving help or even suggesting help. So, please create an environment and know that whatever we do for ourselves, how we build ourselves, is how we will relate and communicate and even care for others. It's really important. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and continue this conversation on Facebook and also on Instagram. So until next time, this is Pearl Ganta from Apnao, Nayi Sonj, Naya Jeevan. Apnao, apnao.